Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
The crowd exploded. Some were in disbelief, others in fury. Caitlin Clark was down, flat on the hardwood. Chendi Carter had just shoved the WNBA's biggest star to the ground. No play on the ball, no accident, just pure intent. For a moment, it looked like Clark might stay there. But here's the thing, she doesn't just take hits, she answers them. And when she does, she takes over June the 1st, 2024. Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky. A game that had been circled on calendars for weeks. The hype was real, the stakes were high, and the rivalry was brewing. From the moment both teams stepped onto the court, it was clear this wasn't going to be a clean game. The Sky came out aggressive, determined to knock Clark off a rhythm. But if they thought physicality would shake her, they were in for a rude awakening.
WNBA meeting between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. The Fever and the Sky are underway at game.
Wasted no time setting the tone, sinking a quick two-pointer. But Caitlin Clark had an answer. With no hesitation, she pulled up from deep and drilled a three, igniting the crowd and silencing the doubters.
First in the league in fast break points.
Clark connects on a deep three.
Both teams battled relentlessly, trading buckets, fighting for rebounds, and refusing to back down. The game was deadlocked, neither side giving an inch. Then, in an instant, Caitlin Clark made her move, not with a shot, but with a pinpoint laser pass, threading the needle for an effortless bucket.
2-2, the Commissioner's Cup final. What a dish down the floor. Wallace, the finish plus the foul.
It was a display of pure brilliance. But Chicago wasn't about to let her steal the show. They hit back, and hard. The physicality ramped up, tensions flared, and the Sky leaned into the intimidation factor. But Clark was unfazed. She let another three-point bomb fly, keeping Indiana in the fight.
They understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue.
Chicago pushed back, determined to match Indiana's intensity. But the buzzer put the battle on pause. Indiana held a slim two-point lead, but the message was loud and clear. They weren't backing down. The second quarter tipped off, and Caitlin Clark wasted no time making her mark. With pinpoint precision, she fired a laser of a pass, setting up an effortless bucket and keeping Indiana in control.
They've allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, it allows them. Oh, what a dive. My goodness, the pass from Clark.
The momentum had shifted, and Indiana knew it. With the lead in their hands, the Fever locked in on defense, battling for every possession. But their focus on protection made them predictable, and Carter took advantage.
Reese is working Boston. 6 to shoot. Carter flips it up and in. Kennedy Carter just so difficult.
Chicago stood its ground as the battle raged on. With the final minutes of the quarter ticking away, Clark found Mitchell for a clutch assist, keeping the Fever in the game as the score remained locked at 31.
The former Louisville star out to Carter. Her three off the mark. Long board. Wallace to get ahead. Mitchell to the cup.
The tension in the arena was electric. Neither team would break, neither would bend. As the second quarter came to a close, one thing was certain. If either side wanted this win, they'd have to take IT.B by the time the third quarter rolled in. It was clear that Chicago had something to prove. Indiana still led, but the Sky weren't just playing. They were hunting. Chendi Carter got the ball, blurred past Clark, and sank it into basket for an easy two.
From downtown town, as Mr. Last Five. Carter just blurs by Clark, who didn't turn around, and an easy two for Kennedy Carter.
The intensity surged. Indiana Fever fought tooth and nail to hold their lead, but Chicago refused to back down.
Boston, mid-range take, the pull-up, short, the follow, no, another chance, won't go for Boston. Loose ball, this time,
A fierce battle. Then, in a flash, it happened. With 15 seconds left in the quarter, Carter dribbled, drove hard to the rim, and nailed the shot. The crowd erupted. The Sky was surging back, and Carter was determined to make a statement. She stepped toward Clark and delivered a brutal shove, sending her crashing to the floor.
Mabry doubled off the Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench. And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
The buzzer rang through the arena. The scoreboard said it all. Chicago Sky 49, Indiana Fever 54. They had tried to knock Caitlin Clark down. But if this game proved anything, it was this: she wasn't staying down. Not now. Not ever. Now came the final stretch. Chicago Sky locked in on Caitlin Clark, determined to shut her down. But Clark, she was about to prove, with skill and poise, that she was unstoppable, that IT didn't take long before she seized the moment. Snatching a rebound and orchestrating plays so sleek and beautiful that it dazzled the fans and spectators.
One and Clark goes to wide and hits the first.
The ball swished through the net, but Chicago struck back immediately, drawing a foul. Indiana not only got the fast break bucket, they earned a free throw too.
Net by Boston. Williams grips it. Clark another rebound. Tosses ahead. Wheeler extra feet. Oh, that was pretty.
The scoreboard read 57-64, with Indiana still in the lead. But Chicago refused to back down. The battle intensified as both teams dug in. Defenses tightened, offenses pressed harder, and whistles echoed as the referees struggled to keep the game under control. Through every shove, every block, every ounce of pressure, Caitlin Clark refused to break. She weaved through the chaos and sank another clutch bucket.
Fast the three-point play.
The fast breaker, the match.
By that time, Caitlin had racked up 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. But Chicago kept pushing, with Chendi Carter sinking a two-pointer to close the gap.
Guarded by Evans. Clark. 6 to shoot. Backing down. Clark leans in and banks it home. And astute and composed.
The momentum swung once more. Chicago pushed for a three. Angel Reese sent Clark to the ground. A blatant foul. But the ref must have been staring at the ceiling, because he didn't call a thing.
Out, Carter a three.